Okay. Right, so in this video, I'm going to be colouring in digitally this little orc sketch I did in the last video. First things first, I'm going to sort that eye out because it's bugging me. I think it needs to come over to the left a little bit. So I'm going to go filter, liquify, and then push it around. This is kind of like sculpting this little tool. It's really handy. Maybe I'll bring it down a little bit. See how the expression changes? And I'm just going to morph the shape until I'm happy with it. Maybe bring this out a little bit more. Stretch the forms. Don't really know what kind of colour scheme I'm going to go for. I think maybe like a pale blue. Keep it bluish and then add some accents of another colour. There you go, see how that gave him personality there? Just bringing up the mouth there. So the left eye is still really weird. This is where my practicing of faces comes into play, because I know there's always that bump on the side there by the brow. So if I bring that out a little bit, it should help sell the image. That's a bit better, isn't it? Next step, I'm going to tidy up the page a little bit. So get like a soft brush. Get my eraser, get rid of any nasty bits. Too much. And then let's crop it. Where's my crop shortcut? No. Command T, that's it. That's about right. Right, so I've got my layer on top set to multiply, so that way you're still going to see the sketch underneath. Let's get stuck in. Starting with the big brush at first, so you work from big to small. I've got to work out whether I want a dark background or not. I won't do it just yet. Let's just create some texture on the canvas before we do any of that. What I'll do, I'll merge it all at some point as well. I kind of like still seeing the sketch in these kind of things, these kind of paintings. I want it kind of rough, so I'm going to use some texture brushes to fill this in. If I get like that kind of blue, it's going to be a blue orc. So what I'll do at this point is just do your local colours. So that's colour without any light or shadow. So I think his skin is going to be this colour, and then I'll do like a bone colour for his horns and teeth. And then like some more greys and metals for his armour. Do. And then a bony colour, so that'll be kind of a yellowy green, unsaturated. Maybe a bit darker. Yeah. That'll do. This is the easy bit of painting. You've got to make choices early on. See, obviously I decided what colour I want, the skin, decided that that's going to be bone. I've already got the sketch, so that's your anatomy, your perspective and your composition done already. It's like a checklist when it comes to painting. You got to check everything off. Darker, maybe red actually, a bit more unsaturated. For the armour. Just keep it rough and loose. You want some paint strokes. Don't have to keep it within the lines. This is where a lot of people make a mistake. They keep it too tight. It's got to be loose and then you tighten it up when it comes to detailing. I'll sort that bit out in a bit. Right. Start adding some different values now. So, as I said before, when we were sketching, around the eyes is normally quite dark. Let's change brush actually. Something like that. Just creating light and shadow. We've got to work out where the light's coming from, so I'd say let's light it in this position. So wherever it's lit, we want a higher value. So any plane, any bit of skin that is sticking up, and it's going to be dark that side, I think. So just the left chin there, left of the nose, and then this side will go darker. Dark underneath the jaw and chin. So I may even just merge it all now. Let's merge the whole thing. Merge visible. Now we can really start painting. I prefer just to paint in one layer. It makes the most sense to me. I've always hated working in too many layers. Blendy brush, blend in some of those corners, a bit darker down here. Might start picking out some highlights in the side of that armour before it gets lost. See that? Boom. There. Nice soft gradient. Start zooming in a little bit more now. So what I'll probably do is have a contrasting bit of light there and then a gradient into shadow in the background. You'll see what I mean in a second. Just so it pops. This is all from my head, no reference, not even colour reference or anything. Probably should have used some colour reference. Colour is one of the most hardest things to get right from your mind. Let's give this some form. Remembering our lighting setup, light's coming from the right side, coming down to his face there. So we've got to shade him accordingly. This horn's probably going to be completely in the dark, so I'll do that now. Yeah, it's nice starting in a pencil sketch because you still get some of that sketch underneath. I always just think, especially when it comes to doing like evil creatures, you want them really textured and rough. So having that pencil sketch underneath really sells that. Pretty cool. Just still loose as possible, and then slowly start to tighten up the sketch. Let's get a little bit of colour variation, so I've gone for a red around the nose and then just really, people have colour zones in the face. Around the nose, cheek tends to be more warmer, more redder, and then the forehead and the chin is more grey. But it's very subtle. I mean, that's too much already. Way more subtle than that. Just mixing the colours over the top. Start to really build on these values now. I'm sure you all love my concentration face. Let's work on this eye. I want a distinct line there and there. That's better. I think I just fixed it. Woo! Let's have some bone here as well. bony jaw. And then we'll get those teeth in as well. Little sharp ones poking out of there. Building up these values. Alright, let's do the eye quickly. So you don't just want to do it white, it's got to be a gradient. Flip the canvas for this, that will help. Nice, I might keep it flipped. Let's have like a yellow iris. No, a red iris, he's evil. Come on, gotta have a red eye. Really bring in those darks and this edge, and then I'll do what I said I was going to do with the background, just to make it look the illustration look a little bit more complete. What's that? It's his neck. Let's make it look a bit more necky. Just invented a word, necky. Alright, let's do this background. Maybe I can do it the easy way. Yay, it worked. So, and then select inverse. See how that pops straight away? And then on the other side, how long have I been going for? 20 minutes. So on the light side, I'm going to have the opposite. Can I do this an easier way? Let's try the selection again. It normally doesn't work that well. It's great. Do inverse again, then I have a darker bit contrast in the light, coming in that way, and then that way the figure pops. It's too dark. Use another brush. Get some real brush strokes going. Pretty cool. Another brush. Probably not the best brush, that is it? I normally use the same, but I use this brush a lot. This one's great. It's got multi uses. Deselect that. What I'm going to do now, in a second, is do some multiply layers and some overlay layers, because then you can paint on top of this without losing your underpainting, which is very useful. I'll do my multiply layer and then let's do some cool tribal blood paint on his skin, because why the hell not? And then the same up here. You see that? It keeps the set the right value when you use a multiply layer. I'll do one. Down there as well. Some blood. Blood everywhere. That's not a bad start. Merge visible. I think what I'll do, just crop him a little bit better. Cool, that'll do for now. I think that'll be it. Just part one was the sketch, part two is painting, and then at the end of this video I'll link my final version, and that will just be detailing. So hopefully you've learned a few things from this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Okay, so now I'm going to start detailing, and we're going to zoom forward into time-lapse mode while I'm doing this, because otherwise the video will just last too long. All I'm doing is just the detail work. All the main fundamental things have been accomplished, so let's go.